According to The Telegraph and Fox News, Donald Trump apparently praises North Korea's Kim Jong Il for a wise decision on Guam. Kim Jong has been threatening the Pacific territory of Guam for quite a while now, but apparently they called it off, and they said that they were going to wait to see what the United States does next. Our first ever intro sort of introduced you guys to the fact that we are high schoolers and that we are Japanese. So I think we do have a unique outlook on the North Korean issue. So I think we should talk about it in a more serious tone than the last episode where we just made fun of the country. Because some of us are genuinely scared of what's happening.
Are you?
Well, not me, but my parents, people around me. So in order to talk about this, Koopa and I have prepared discussion questions so we can talk about this thing. Go ahead.
You go first.
Okay.
I forgot mine.
So this is a question that many people are asking in the world right now, and it's what's the best solution to fix the international and domestic issues within North Korea? What is the best solution? What do you think is the best solution?
The best solution?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My father says that we should take military action against North Korea.
Yeah, but that's because right now I think they're too scared to actually start doing anything. That if we were to take military action, it'd be needless loss for now.
Yeah.
Well, if they do something, then it'd be more. We would probably be able to defend against it, and then reciprocate with the right action. So yeah.
The question is, does North Korea have the right to exist at this point? I think. Should it be reunified? Should it be just left on its own? If it's defeated, should it be a
If it's defeated, it should be If it's defeated, it should be reunified. Even though that would be hard because most North Koreans have been brainwashed to hate every other person, so it'd be hard to really do anything with them without having a second North Korea.
I was sort of imagining a West and East Berlin kind of situation, but since the North Korean regime is a little bit more hardcore than East Berlin, I think, and it's been going on for much longer, to a point where I think the cultures are completely different now. Do you think reunification is possible at all?
Well, of course, there's a possibility, like
not de jure, de facto reunification.
I don't know. I think it would be a lot of work to truly reunify them. I think South Korea would be willing to accept, but North Korea would have more people that would be. I mean, because they basically worship their leader. They worship Kim Jong Il.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, like, literally taking away their god.
Yeah.
Much like what happened in Japan after World War II, where the emperor was their god, but then he basically stepped down as their god. Kim Jong Un, they basically worship him. They have like pictures of him in their house, and they're supposed to like clean their area and stuff.
Yeah, and there's an interview with an escapee from North Korea and she said that whenever she says she did something bad, she thought Kim Jong Il was watching her.
Wow.
That's basically.
So it's a bit more severe than.
Yeah.
What was it? So do you think that North Korea is actually going to be brave enough to do something? Not brave, but do you think they'd be willing to do something, or do you think it's all just a bluff that they're just putting it up to make them seem stronger, to make people basically keep on worshiping them?
I think it's a bluff, yeah.
I think it's a bluff also.
Because the North Koreans, they need something to rally behind constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Because their government is not good. So they need someone to sort of. You need a common enemy, sort of like Nazi Germany. They needed a common enemy to stay together.
Can I just say something for a second?
What?
Like, I feel like, like, it's more for the people inside than for the people outside, because, like, they need some sort of proof of their power. Yeah. But, like, it's not to prove it to the outside world, but more to prove it to, like, their people that they have the power. So, like, the brainwashing still kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, to the people on the inside, they don't really need to do any of this because they have full control over their media, over everything that they learn. Yeah, I mean, like, in the end, they could teach them that the whole rest of the world is destroyed, and
yeah, but like physical evidence is like really strong.
Mm-hmm. But they aren't hearing the news reports. They're hearing what they're saying. Yeah, but like, I get what you're saying.
If they have like like videos and stuff of them launching and stuff, then they would be like really powerful evidence to those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I think right now North Korea doesn't have the technology to do what they're claiming that they can do.
Yeah, I also think that that's a bluff as well. The fact that they have like small nukes and stuff.
I think that maybe if they do get the technology, they might grow a backbone and start doing stuff. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, can't do anything really.
I mean, the question is, what good is growing a backbone would do when they basically have the rest of the world against them?
Do they have the rest of the world?
I didn't say it was going to do any good, but
well, like most of it at least.
I mean, yeah. I think at this point, China really wouldn't defend them if they were to get attacked.
China has said that if North Korea starts the fight, then they won't be involved.
Yeah. So that's probably incentive for the rest of the world to not attack them, because China's like one of the biggest world powers. So it's a little hard for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would cause a little bit more trouble. And that leads to the second question that I had was, if this theoretical World War III or whatever, with North Korea versus the world, who do you think would attack first? Do you think it'd be the world or North Korea?
That's quite difficult, seeing as how the current United States president is quite, pushy with this. He's a little bit pushy.
Action over words kind of person.
He's a little bit pushy.
If anything, I would say North Korea.
But I don't think Kim Jong Un is that stupid.
Yeah, but neither are like neither are like not like neither are like what how should I say this? The what's the word? The army of America.
Well, it doesn't matter about the army.
No, but like
as long as everyone else agrees that they have to do it. Like,
yeah, exactly. But so like I'm saying, like the higher ups of that was not that stupid to let it'd be a dick, what the president wants.
I think that if Trump were to say, we need to take these people out because they've just been doing too much or something, I think most people would probably agree. But I don't know if they would agree in public. I don't know if they would actually say, yes, we should do this, therefore go and do this kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, but like they would probably take in like, the risk factor first.
But what is the risk?
China.
Life, money, cost, all that
stuff.
Yeah,
China. That would be the risk. So honestly, if they were able to talk with China, they'd probably be able to do it.
I mean, doing it, there's probably no problem. But
I mean, they'd probably be able to do it with minimal loss, kind of thing. Like extremely minimal loss.
I mean, invading North Korea is like setting up an ISIS state in Mexico or something. You don't want your political rival to be right on the border with you. So China does have an incentive to join in on the war on North Korea's side.
Yeah, I guess so. And so, yeah. Are you guys afraid at all? Because considering the fact that we live in Japan and we're like the closest enemy, Japan's basically the closest enemy to North Korea. So Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any fear of North Korea doing anything?
Not much, really.
It's less of a fear and more of a worry.
I think if they were to do something, it wouldn't be as big of a deal as we would make it out to be. Really? I mean that sounds kind of weird, but I feel like honestly it would end up being just fine and then whatever.
Why do you think so?
Well, considering the fact that America has many, many air bases here, I'm assuming that they probably don't want that to happen, so there'd be pretty strict defenses, like, right here. So, I think it would be pretty hard for North Korea to actually hit Japan. I think it would probably get shot down.
Yeah, but the only options we have to shoot down are the Aegis destroyers and the PAC-3s.
Mm-hmm.
Planes can't shoot down missiles of this advanced caliber. But the Aegis is pretty good, I've heard.
Yeah, but we don't know how advanced their missiles are. We really don't know anything about their missiles right now. Mm-hmm. They definitely don't have missiles stronger than they say that they have.
Yeah, probably not, but
because they're a very prideful country, at least from what they've been saying. That I doubt that they'd be hiding their power. They'd probably want to flaunt it. If anything, their missiles are weaker and they're trying to flaunt it so that way people won't attack.
Yeah, I guess not.
But either way, I think they can probably reach most of Japan.
Even they can reach it. What's the matter if they can hit it?
Well, Japan is pretty big compared to a missile.
And if they could reach it, they most likely have the technology to hit it.
I'm not too worried.
It's not like they're taking a blind shot. It's not like they're playing battleships.
You never know their chance.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A1 miss. A3 miss. B5 miss. If it was Japan, they could just shoot literally like anywhere on Honshu and they'd probably hit.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Honshu is the main island of Japan.
The big one that looks like... What does it look like?
Like a banana.
A goat.
It looks like a boomerang.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. Anyways, any questions?
According to express.co.uk, I don't know if it's reliable because I haven't.
What does it say?
That it says that the U.S. sends military to North Korea border. Do you think, first of all, do you think that's true? If it is true, what do you think?
I mean, I don't think it's true, but if it is, I don't. Why, though? What purpose would it serve?
Taunting?
But
as tensions with Pyongyang high.
There's already enough tension between North and South.
No, I'm saying it says U.S. spends military to North Korea border as tensions with Pyongyang escalate.
What do you think?
First of all, I'm looking at in a lot of verified sources, but they don't have anything about, what's it called?
Sending soldiers?
Yeah, the sending men to the border. So I'm thinking it's not true, but if it is, stop, please.
It's not working. It's just gonna aggravate them.
Yeah, stop. Okay, another question. Hypothetical scenario. Okay. North Korea falls. What will happen then? What will happen then? Like.
Happen with what? With the North Korea South Korea thing, or
yeah, with North Korea, what would happen?
I mean, I am pretty sure first of all, like the top of North Korea would get executed if it becomes a war. That if it doesn't, I don't know.
I doubt North Korea is just going to be like, "Oops, sorry, we made a mistake. Will you forgive us?" Somehow, I don't feel like they're going to do that.
Probably not. It could end like World War II, then I guess.
If it does end like that, then if it follows the exact scenario, then Kim Jong Un will still be a symbolic figure. Do you think it will be like that?
It could. Honestly, I feel like it could.
Because I'm pretty pessimistic about reunification at this point.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen? What do you think will happen?
Me? I think by law they would be reunified. But I think because of how different the culture is between the two nations, they'll probably...
It won't go well?
It won't go well, yeah. Probably some terrorist attacks for independence.
Yeah. Never go well, would it? I mean, I guess like different like the Berlin Wall and stuff. It's not like the people are demanding it too.
Yeah,
yeah. So the question is, would it like? Do you think it'd be a viable option to just like if it falls, it would like still be its own country, but like a different leader? I don't think that wants to be recorded. That news segment.
What?
We could hear what was being played.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my news site automatically plays videos.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I don't think you want that in the recording. Anyways, I was asking like, do you think it'd be viable if like if the leaders change, but the country itself would still be?
Maybe that might be an option.
It's because it's still like probably the biggest problem is that like the leader is such a big like big thing in like the country, like politically and like mentally basically. So
it's
like
just been
So like any solution that would be like the biggest issue.
Yeah, the leader.
Yeah.
It's been so long since it happened, since North Korea and South Korea split.
Yeah.
That nobody in North Korea, like alive right now, was alive when it split. So it's like that's their world, that's their god, basically.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if like any solution would be viable, or like would be probably as viable like as the other because of how big of a thing the leader is.
If North Korea gains a nuclear missile, that would make them at odds with China, wouldn't it?
Wait, do they not have one yet? Because
we really
I thought the
can't
assumption
verify.
is that
yeah,
because I was under the assumption that they do instead of like they don't.
They did nuclear testing sometimes, right?
That's what I hear. I mean, because like I was thinking that it was like instead of like assuming that even if we assume that they have like less technology than they claim to have, I would still assume like like something bad enough they have.
Right now I'm looking at BBC's North Korea's nuclear program. How advanced is it? So technically North Korea does have nuclear bombs.
But not missiles.
But not missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, I was always under assumption that they do have the missiles, but guess I'm wrong.
So would that make tensions with China a little bit more?
Probably.
Prominent?
I mean, I doubt China likes having someone right next to them that has nuclear weaponry.
I think it would make tension raise with like anything.
So North Korea getting a nuke is probably a good thing then.
It could go either way. It really can.
Yeah, it can, but if we follow a scenario where China goes, the tensions between China and North Korea gets raised, then
I mean,
basically the whole world will against them.
Yeah, but if that's the outcome, that's probably a good thing. But then I don't think either side is stupid, or at least either side is stupid enough to just like let it go. So they would probably have something beforehand, like an agreement or something like that, or they would at least notify China.
Maybe
if that's the case, because I don't think they're that stupid. What do you think, Tuba?
I don't know. I had my headphones unplugged for a couple seconds, so I completely missed what the conversation was about. I was trying to figure it out. But what were you talking about? Sorry.
If North Korea develops nuclear weapons, then would it be at odds with China? And if so, would North Korea getting the bomb be a good thing?
That's really hard to know, just because of
it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it hasn't happened. And it just I think there's no situation where the North Korea getting the bomb would be a good thing, just because it gives them more power than they already have.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you can really justify that being a good thing, even if it does allow China to turn or whatever. I think that it's probably not. That wouldn't turn out good in any situation.
I didn't take that into consideration because I was under the assumption that they can't use it because of how much pressure they would be under.
Even if they can't use it, just having it gives them a lot of power.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so I mean, either way, there's always going to be the negative outcome, that big negative outcome of them having it.
Because in the end, it's a matter of if you would think that the end will be like is worth any means, right? Or
what do you mean?
Like, no matter what the means, as long as North Korea gets defeated with minimum loss, right? So no matter what we do, we could do anything, and the means wouldn't matter, but the end is the goal, right? What's it?
Yeah, but then I feel like in this case the means would matter.
Yeah.
Or like a lot more because just because like how delicate it could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the means would matter.
Because like even if like let's say like the end goal is like minimal loss, like victory with minimal loss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just having minimal loss could just like end up like starting this all over again because nothing truly changed with the people.
That's why the end would be for it to end and minimal loss.
Yeah, but I'm saying that like if the end is just like victory with minimal loss, then like the means would make it a lot different technically.
Mm-hmm.
I think military action, any military action taken against North Korea will backfire.
Yeah.
Because of how the North Korean propaganda actually says that the Western world is out to get them. If you prove that by invading them.
Yeah.
You'd be proving their people right.
Yeah, it will be proving the propaganda correct. Yeah.
But then, like, if not military action, then what?
Diplomatic is not going to work for this generation, right?
Probably would not work for North Korea.
So I have a question. What happens when the current leader Kim Jong Un just dies? What do you think would happen?
I mean, if he has a successor, if he has a son or whatever, his son would take charge.
Does he have a son?
But like, do you think that because he's not technically Kim Jong Un, do you think that would make a difference, or would it not matter?
Maybe.
No. What about Kim Jong Il?
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Actually, each generation is different, so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, he does have a son. He has a daughter?
Wait,
he has a daughter, apparently. Kim Ju-ai.
Ah, I did not know that.
Born in 2012.
So
she's 5 years old.
Yeah. Let's hope that makes a difference.
According to nationalinterest.org, Kim Jong-un does not have a viable successor within his own line yet.
Yeah, because he has a daughter, not a son.
It's 5 years old, so.
And 5 years old, so.
So I wouldn't call any 5-year-old a viable successor to anything.
Well, compared to Kim Jong-un, it might be.
Yeah.
No, I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if Kim Jong-un is just like a puppet? Like he's just like a figure.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's actually not. It's like he basically has nothing to do with anything that we see on the news and stuff like that.
Huh? If Kim Jong is just a puppet of who?
Not a puppet, but he's just like a figure. But he he thought to be the leader, but in reality he's not at all.
So basically, like the emperor in our country, right?
Yeah, right now.
Just like a figurehead.
Yeah, just a figurehead. And Tuba just kind of dropped out the conversation.
Okay.
Well then, anyways.
That's weird.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, I thought I was just thinking that as a random thought, but.
What was your question again?
So what if like Kim Jong Un was just like a figurehead?
Oh yeah. Huh. Then there must be someone behind him, right?
Oh yeah, something like that, I guess.
Then who
Which
would
could just be like I'm just thinking like like you know how like the government like kind of like the leader and like there's like there's some people who take charge of like other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that I've been thinking like those people instead of like just one person.
Okay, I'm slowly getting what you're saying.
Yeah. Then like now that I think about it, like the outcome is the same because like even if like he like Kim Jong Un is a figurehead or not, like they're still having like the same thought process basically. So I guess it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, figurehead or not, they're still the issue.
It like what they're showing is what they're showing anyway. So.
Anyways, were you guys talking about anything since I left?
We were talking about the possibility that North Korea's Kim Jong Un just might be a figurehead and not the actual person behind the things he says.
But then the conclusion was like either way, like it's the same thing.
Yeah, either way, basically. North Korea is saying it, so
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, it may matter with trying to take down, if you're trying to take down the person in charge.
No, but like
after the collapse.
Yeah, but like it's because like if you're because like if like the government and like the entire government's gonna take the penalty somehow, so.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't really change much.
What if it's like his 5-year-old daughter?
What?
What if his 5-year-old daughter is in charge of North Korea?
Then North Korea is very doomed.
I mean, you've seen some of the actions they've taken. You can't say she's not in charge of North Korea.
No, but I don't. I won't say. I won't say I know for sure, but I would say that. I would say that North Korea is doomed in that case.
I think in the end, North Korea is pretty much doomed in any case. There's not really a situation where this will play out that they come out on top.
Victorious.
Yeah, victorious. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, remember Kim Jong Un's nephew?
No.
The son of the man who was killed by getting a
poison rubbed in his face. Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
If he's maybe not, but if he somehow comes back and to North Korea and assumes control, then everything will be fine. But I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think anyone would welcome him either.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It might just be JFK all over again. Oh, Wombat, do you have any other questions you were gonna ask?
Nope.
Oh. How about you, Tuba?
Mm-mm.
Yourself?
Nope.
Okay.
Because my question just spawned spontaneously while we had the discussions. Basically, the figurehead thing.
Okay. So I think that's it for today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodbye.
And we'll probably have others back later.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Goodbye.
So are we going to do an outro?
Thanks for listening to a bunch of high schoolers ramble about North Korea. I hope our perspective as high schoolers living in Japan provided a new perspective. Hopefully.
Yeah.